Mr. Marchant, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My observation after these 5 hearings, Mr. Chairman, is that SSDI has become a destination for many of the workers. And they spend 2 years proving through the court system that they are in fact disabled and cannot work. And then when they get that designation, then it opens the door to not a job, not training, but it opens the door to qualifying for food stamps. It opens the door for qualifying for assistance with your utilities. It opens the door for subsidized housing. And so all the doors that seem to get opened once you achieve this destination, all of that ends up disincentivizing the person to go to work. And then when the person, and I have a 30-year-old son that's a T6 paraplegic, has college education, as many training programs as a parent can get their child training programs, isn't designated SSDI, but goes to a job application and finds out that the health care that the company looks at a particular disability and sees, how am I going to put this person on my health care? How am I going to accommodate this? And so the SSDI designation ends up being that's where you go, that's where you stay until you can either go off of it at age 62 or go to 65 or get to Medicare. And it's just basically, instead of a way station where you go and stay because you need the support system there while you're trying to do better and you're trying to get a new career or just start a career, it seems to me that all of the disincentives that business would never put into its system exist here. And so it's not really a safety net anymore. And the thing that is there, and this is for the panel, is there a specific designation that when you qualify for disability, SSDI, there is a specific written designation that you get, and do you possess that until it's taken away from you? I know, do you have to have that? I know for food stamps and utility assistance and stuff like that, if you'll just present that document, I mean, there's no other documentation needed. Yes, Marty.
Well, as has been stated, for the different programs, there are different definitions of disability. So you would, certain eligibility will open doors, as you mentioned, for other programs, but you wouldn't necessarily have to have SSDI for the other programs. I would mention that when the health exchanges are available in 2014, that may relieve some of the pressure for people to go into the SSDI program. We're all sort of waiting to see whether that happens, whether people might be able to have their need for health insurance or Medicare covered by using the health exchanges in 2014 rather than having to go into the SSDI program to get in that doorway after 29 months into Medicare. So that may actually be a way to take some of the pressure off the DI program in the future.
What is the amount of money that can be earned by someone that qualifies for SSDI outside of that stipend per month? Does it fluctuate with the person or the state, or
this is actually one of the proposals that we have. We think there should be a way that a person is always better off earning money when they're a beneficiary rather than not earning money. And that's what happens in the SSI program, but not in the DI program. And that's been one of our proposals for a couple of decades now. But right now it's the SGA level, the what is it, approximately $1,000 a month. And after a trial work period, your benefits will end. You'll have a certain grace period of about 36 months, and those benefits can be reinstated if you stop work. So it's very complex, and that's the problem. And there are lots of people who go into the DI program who need it when they need it, but find later that once they've stabilized, once they've come to grips with the change in their life, whatever has brought them to the DI program, whether it's an illness, an accident, whatever, they come to grips with the changes. They're ready to go back to work. They've got the enthusiasm that Jill has expressed, and they want to go back to work. But the barriers are in their way for, as you're describing, and we need to find a way to remove those barriers so that these kinds of technical and very complex problems can be done away with. Now, Social Security has put forward a proposal that would actually help do that. It's called the Work Incentive Simplification Proposal or Project. I'm forgetting what the fourth word is, but WISP, that we are encouraging that we should pilot to make these work incentives very, very simple so that people don't get caught up in all the worrisome details and they're not afraid to go to work and potentially lose a critical support if they fail, so that there aren't complications going back and forth and that they will be better off if they do try to go to work and find out whether they can make it. So we think that would be an important work simplification and work incentive.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.